You should pay everybody. Is there a reason why you guys are not paying whatever that vendor is?
What was it for?
It was for shirts. That's what it's for. You just got it.
Deep debt, and that is the finding of an investigation of village finances and the spending habits of beleaguered mayor.
If you think your local government is a mess, just wait until you hear about the political firestorm erupting in the village of Doton, Illinois. This small town has become ground zero for a non-stop political showdown that feels like a reality TV saga brought to life, starring none other than Mayor Tiffany Henyard. The ongoing battle between her and the Board of Trustees has spiraled into an explosive, headline-dominating spectacle that has left the entire village in a state of constant tension. And just when you think the drama has hit its peak, it only intensifies with each passing day.
The judge today declining to hold her in contempt, but did warn her that if she did not follow the ruling.
But here's the real shocker. Henyard isn't just any mayor. Oh no, she's a self-proclaimed boss, running the village on her own terms. And let's just say, her style of leadership has been nothing short of explosive. From clashing with trustees to sparking legal showdowns, her reign has raised serious concerns about her motives and authority. And let's not forget the court orders and restraining orders swirling around her like a looming storm cloud. The craziest part? She shrugs them off like they don't even matter, almost as if the rules simply don't apply to her. So, let's dive into the latest chapter of this jaw-dropping political saga that has the entire village of Doton glued to their screens.
My heart that you are up here at this special meeting and not downstairs.
It all exploded during a chaotic Doton Park district meeting, one that quickly spiraled completely out of control, just like so many other public gatherings in Doton lately. Normally, village meetings are supposed to be dull and routine, a few reports, some minor discussions, and then everyone heads home. But when Mayor Henyard is involved, boredom is never part of the agenda. This time, the trustees made a bold move. They shifted the village board meeting to the Park District instead of the smaller village hall. Why? Because they wanted more space for residents to attend. And trust us, people in Doton are paying attention. With tensions between the mayor and the trustees reaching a boiling point, more and more locals are showing up, eager to witness the chaos unfold in real time.
Make a one-day purchase of over $40,000 to Amazon. And the main thing is...
But Henyard wasn't having it. Instead of attending the trustees' meeting, she pulled a power move, holding her own event back at Village Hall. "This is the real meeting," she declared to a small group, dismissing the official gathering at the Park District as nothing more than a sham. The tension was thick as she publicly thanked her two loyal trustees, Andrew Holmes and Stan Brown, for standing by her, while the rest of the board was nowhere to be seen. For months, Henyard has been locked in a relentless battle with the trustees, and she seemed more determined than ever to hold on to control, even if it meant outright defiance. But here's the kicker. She didn't have a quorum, meaning her meeting had to be canceled. Not that it mattered. She still turned it into a spectacle, reminding everyone, "I'm the mayor," positioning herself as the one in charge. No matter who actually showed up. It was like something straight out of a political soap opera. Power moves, drama, and a never-ending cycle of tension and back-and-forth chaos.
The reasons I vote no when we go through our board packets, it's like, some of this stuff, it's like you don't know exactly what it's for, and then when you ask a question.
Now, let's talk about why this feud is such a big deal. One of the biggest flashpoints? Mayor Henyard's highly controversial decision to appoint a new village manager, village attorney, and police chief, without the consent of the trustees. Yes, you heard that right. She's been making major leadership moves entirely on her own, blatantly disregarding the board's authority. And that's where things take a turn for the worse. Last month, a Cook County judge issued a temporary restraining order, blocking her from making these appointments without trustee approval. But, of course, Henyard has been playing fast and loose with the rules, seemingly daring the legal system to stop her. Judge Sadia Wilson has already warned that her continued defiance could bring serious consequences. And yet, she doesn't seem the least bit concerned. Get this, despite the judge explicitly prohibiting her from hiring certain people, some of them are still showing up at Village Hall. Take Michael Smith, for example, one of the individuals Henyard attempted to appoint in direct violation of the restraining order. He's been spotted at Village Hall, raising even more questions about who's actually running things and why these blocked individuals are still lurking around. And it gets even weirder. Former employees, like William Moore, who was officially laid off, are still showing up daily. Even more bizarre, a former official who now works full-time in a neighboring township continues to hang around Dalton's village offices. Why? What's his role in Henyard's plan? Some trustees suspect these individuals are helping her bypass the board's authority by maintaining inside connections, only adding another layer of suspicion to Dalton's already tangled political mess. And then there's the money. Henyard's Satikich actions haven't just triggered legal battles, they've sparked serious financial scrutiny. Trustees have accused her of consolidating power in ways that aren't just unethical, but outright illegal. They're deeply concerned that her unilateral appointments and reckless spending are dragging the village into deeper instability. The situation has escalated so much that federal investigators are now getting involved. The FBI is reportedly looking into Dalton's finances, and while it's unclear exactly who's under investigation, one thing is certain. Henyard's spending habits have raised plenty of eyebrows. Remember when former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was brought in to investigate Dalton's finances? She didn't hold back. After reviewing the village's books, Lightfoot revealed a shocking truth. Dalton's general fund was over $3.6 million in the red. That's millions of taxpayer dollars gone. And the deeper her team dug, the worse it got. One of the most jaw-dropping discoveries, Henyard had racked up $40,000 in Amazon purchases in a single day. For what? No one seems to know. They knew what they were doing, and they thought they could get away with it, Lightfoot reportedly said. And then there's the loyalty drama. Stan Brown, one of the two trustees still standing by Henyard's side, has become a major wild card in this saga. At one point, he was spotted at a trustees' meeting, making people think he had finally switched sides. But before anyone could figure it out, he was back at Henyard's Village Hall meeting, looking just as confused as everyone else. So what's his angle? Is he playing both sides, or does he genuinely not know where he stands? And then there's Andrew Holmes, another Henyard loyalist who has remained by her side despite the chaos. But with the legal pressure mounting, how long can that loyalty really last? One thing is certain, the government is watching, and when officials start investigating the people around Henyard, you know things are getting serious. Dalton has reached a breaking point. The trustees are frustrated. The residents are fed up. And Henyard? She seems to be in her own world, doing whatever she pleases despite the mounting backlash and legal threats. But these problems aren't going away. If she keeps ignoring court orders, surrounding herself with controversial figures, and making moves that defy both the trustees and the courts, something has to give. One thing is for sure. The people of Dalton are watching, and they're not happy. Social media has exploded with outrage. One viral comment asks, "When is this uneducated criminal going to be arrested?" This sentiment is echoed by many who believe Henyard has been allowed to get away with far too much for far too long. Another frustrated resident put it bluntly. Her goons show up for work, and law enforcement won't do anything to stop it. She hasn't faced any consequences for her actions. It's insanity. And honestly, that's exactly what this feels like, insanity. Henyard's blatant defiance of the courts, the board, and even common sense has thrown Dalton into a full-blown crisis with no clear end in sight. While the trustees are desperately trying to restore order, Henyard has made it clear she's not backing down. The fact that laid-off employees are still showing up to work and figures like William Moore continue lurking around Village Hall despite being officially removed is just the tip of the iceberg. Dalton is facing a total breakdown in governance, and no one seems to know how to fix it. Now, residents are openly questioning whether Henyard is even fit to lead. Many believe she's completely out of control, disregarding not just the rules, but the will of the people. Some have even started calling for her resignation. But if you think she's stepping down anytime soon, think again. If anything, she seems more determined than ever to cling to power, no matter what it takes. So what happens next? Dalton's future is hanging by a thread. With more meetings on the horizon, it's clear the drama isn't going anywhere. In fact, things could get even messier as the legal battles continue to heat up. Henyard's reckless defiance is pushing the village to the edge, and it feels like only a matter of time before something big happens. Will she finally face real consequences for her actions? Or will she continue to defy the courts and the trustees without repercussions? That's the million-dollar question. One thing is clear: Dalton is a village in turmoil, and Mayor Henyard is at the center of it all. The stakes are high, the tension is building, and everyone is watching to see what happens next. But what do you think? Is Mayor Henyard just playing the game? Or has she finally gone too far? And will the legal system finally step in to end the chaos? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, because this story is far from over.